Hey all, just doing a quick summary for our third session in the first arc. So the Throng managed to break into the high school again looking for some more clues. They found a staff room with a 3D printer and more pieces of the Red Journal. After that, they broke into the main office and did some searching. Tabitha was able to find some silver daggers that were in possession of the vice principal, while another one of you managed to hack into the computer and find out that there was an extra layer of security that hadn't been touched in over a year that was copied up to a cloud and to examine later. Everyone returned back to the apartment they were staying at in order to plan. There was some discussion. Some discoveries found out about that Eve was involved with whoever this secret person on the principal's computer was there. There was a couple clues found, and it was decided that Eve needed to be summoned that evening, despite the unusual amount of Pandorans that are in here. Oh, you also returned to the pit and got another vision of them torturing some Promethean and cutting pieces off and rebuilding new Pandorans with some kind of cult intention. So, out and about on the shopping trip, Eve was discovered by one of the members of the throng who called the others. On his way to chase Eve, he noticed the toy shop had a little ballerina that mimicked back to the vision he seen before someone being attacked by furniture. Looking forward down the street, they noticed a furniture store was stationed just beside it. They took a long curve around that and met up with the throng and continued the chase. They eventually got Eve, bringing her over. Her speech was a little broken and always referred to herself in the third person, but she decided to meet with them later. Meeting later, she decided to tell them about what had happened about a year ago when she first came here. She hasn't been here this whole time, but she has returned to look for some anthors that are placed by another Promethean, Samuel. She is looking to get on the path refinement of silver, which she is sure there's one in the city here. After some discussion and explaining that she destroyed the Red Journal because it was evil, even though she couldn't explain what evil did, and references to her doggy, the Tabitha began to speak with her and talk about playing, and Eve got really excited. Eventually, hide and go seek was mentioned, and Eve took off with her backpack and all. With the sigh, Tabitha and Marcelina were sent to go find her. It was during all this time they couldn't find her, but they did find the weird man from the dog park that I forgot to mention, staring at some kind of factory building intently. They followed the well-dressed man back to his home, which Marceline had found earlier that day, and Tabitha decided to take a look on him, discovering that on the back he had a face. And this led to more discovery and searching around the house secretly and peering through the kitchen windows. There was all sorts of papers, as well as the cover of the journal, the last piece they needed. Thinking quickly, Tabitha texted Marcelina to hit the doorbell and run. Marcelina hit the doorbell. She didn't run. She put down her bag, pulled out the sword, and murdered this man. It was a quick fight, despite the strangeness of the face on the back stretching out and biting Marcelina up badly. Marcelina chopped off this extra appendage, stabbed the man thoroughly, and then electrocuted the extension. Then they all decided to meet back with Gideon, who was working on the computer profile. Gideon was excited to see them and asked them where Eve was. The two of them seemed to forgot why they originally went out, but explained about the warehouse and the man and handed him the cover of the book. Marcelina then decided that she was going to get some sleep in some dirt to recover. Gideon sent Tabitha off to go find Eve again, which she eventually did, but put the book together, did some research, and discovered that writing in blood will get replies from the book. This concerned him, but he has not gotten rid of the journal either. Eventually Eve returned. Gideon explained to Eve that they have committed a murder and that things will be getting hot here very soon. In fact, multiple murders. She seemed concerned that she couldn't leave until she found this Anthor. which Tabitha had found at the factory earlier. So Eve made a deal with the group, saying that she would tell them where Samuel is in extension for them leading her to this mark. Long story short, because the summer video is getting long already, they broke in. She obtained the refinement on silver, taking up a role, gave them directions where Samuel would be going, which is Midland, Ontario, and they parted ways, the group on to Midland. Alright guys, we're about our halfway point through season 1, and this has been the summary. I hope this format works for you. Let me know. Bye for now.